Okay, cellmates, welcome to Movement with No Pain. Any swimmers tuning into this is bonus, but I've been missing the cellmates, and I told Jessica I really want to stay in tune with the community. Anyone that wants to recover, we're going to focus on the lower body stretching, mostly with the body weight, but if you have any tools or equipment, you can use that as well. So listen, we've been running and jumping a lot, obviously, at home. I hope everybody's staying sane at home and safe and also healthy. But with that being said, let's take care of our body. Let's restore the body back to its normal position, or as much as we can. And if you guys are finding pain points here now, pay more extra attention to those. And the best way to consume this video, I'll kind of run through the majority of stuff here. We'll start with some breathing that's not on the whiteboard, but then also for you to pause the video, do it a little bit more where you feel like you need it a little extra, and then continue the video. We're gonna go through the entire lower body, and then we're gonna come back and do upper body and back on the next video, and then we'll also do more with the foam rolls, and we'll do some other stuff as well here, but keep you guys engaged. So here, cellmates, welcome back now for this. So we'll go through a little lower body recovery. We'll go through the foot, the calf, we'll go through the hamstrings, abductors on the wall, adductors and abductors, sorry. Adductors on the wall, abductors, I love the Spider-Man stretch. We will do IT bands, a little extension from the Spider-Man stretch, I want to say. And we'll do some glutes, seated, paying attention to some posture over here, and finishing with some quads. Don't have much hip flexors here, but yeah, we'll get that together with the quads here, right? So things I want you guys to pay attention to. Keep moving. I want you guys to actually kind of think about it as flush. When we're contracting, relaxing, get flushing here. Let's use the tools that you have if you want to, and then also breathe. That's what we'll start with. We'll breathe a little bit, and then we'll also always pay attention to the posture. So let's get going here now. And any swimmers tuning in, welcome. But cellmates, I hope you guys are doing good. So against the wall, if you have a wall, that's fantastic. Start with some breathing, and when we breathe, let's fill up the belly first before the lungs. That's typically we can get the diaphragm working with us as well. Let's start with about 5 to 10, but I'll do 2 repetitions for you guys. So belly first, and through the nose, typically they say. And this is an excellent way of starting the day or workout or finishing the workout. It's fantastic to get the whole system just awakened. So now let's start with the foot and the calf. And I like to do that just by, listen, standing here and rocking from here to sometimes be plenty on the calf and Achilles tendon, but to be aware that we don't cross the knee inside, and rocking here, and also to get the front side of the foot and the front side of the anterior tibialis. So we will actually point the toes down like a ballerina, if you will. Swimmers are here a lot, so their feet reside here a lot, but we tend to get really tight here as well. And if it's shooting in here, and if the foot is really bad, okay, we might have some stuff from way back in the past. And I know I've dropped stuff on the foot a lot. I mean, Jeremiah, if you're watching this, I mean, you must drop stuff sometimes on your feet sometimes as well. And you can, hey, dig a little bit to see how the foot's doing. This one is more tender than my right, so this is my left right now. And if I'm coming out here, I definitely feel like this is a little bit more sore. So I've been running a little bit more. You guys have been running maybe a little bit more and jumping. So pay attention, right? And if you, like I said, if you have tools, a ball would be great to feel how is the foot doing. Put some real pressure on this foot. Dig, and as you're doing it, curl your toes down and up, because all the stability really starts from the feet when you're running, when we're jumping, any kind of squats we're doing, right? So energy transfers and finishes all the way out to the feet. So pay attention to that. I'm encouraging you guys to really rock, pay attention to the calf. Now another way we can stretch the calves, right? A downward dog position here, where you can focus up on one leg a little bit more, cross or push the heel downward this way. And breathe, and if you want to bend a little bit, like I said, keep moving. If you want to flush. If you have some shoulder pain, it might be a little bit more uncomfortable than the other one. From there, we'll flip over and go to the cat or hamstrings. And I don't mind just being a little bit here into the Spider-Man, where you're flushing out, in and out, and even moving the foot as well. But I think the best way really to open up and to get your hamstrings mobile and to focus on the posture, like I said, is on a wall. If you have a wall where you can extend a foot on the wall, and then depending on your hamstring ability, you might be at different levels. But bottom leg straight, so that sets the pelvis in a better position. And then from here, we'll slide our butt and our hips down and inward if you're feeling okay. And then from here, if it's bent, I'm encouraging you guys, like I said, keep moving, extend, come back down, extend, hold, breathe. I'm encouraging you guys to keep moving your foot also here. Point your toe even, and you will feel it in different positions, maybe in the calf, on the front side of your leg. So again, keep moving. Just gonna neutralize a little bit here on the side. If I do the other leg, I'll go this way. And again, my left leg is much tighter than my right leg, but I have a much tighter piriformis on my right, which is offsetting a lot, which is contributing to my back pain. Adductor, this is a huge one. So typically adductors, how we stretch, right? Butterfly stretch, but I don't like this, not great posture. But what we could do is pay attention here. But if we do it against the wall, is probably the best. So anyone that's watching this, swimmers, like we're talking breaststrokers in particular, same idea, up, and we're gonna slide them up. But now let's push the lower back down. So we have to have some engagement in our abs and gently let the legs slide down. And should not be painful, and we should not arch the lower back. Enough that we should be able to squeeze our belly, engage our legs to bring them back in together. That's a little bit, that's mobility. Now talking joint function, right? So not just to get the stretch, but also to be able to function here. And I'm encouraging us to rotate. You see what happened here on my feet? That rotation is coming from the hips. I'm internal rotating, and then external rotating, and then squeezing them back in together here. And a lot of us will be tender. This should not be pinching in the knee, or it should not be straining on the knee. If it is, then we have some underlying real tension, and maybe a foam roll will be more appropriate. That's going to be another episode for us. But this is a highly underestimated way of stretching. I'm gonna jump in here and give you guys some frog rocks. So that would be right here, and then rocking with neutral spine, back and forward. And now, little cat camel, if you will. You will feel the pelvis kind of grind. And that has been a fantastic way for me to be more aware of how my back and my pelvis really is doing, because yeah, it's about finding the glutes to help in that little pelvic tilt, and really opens up the hips a lot more. Now, the abductors, outside hips, pigeon stretch. That's no better way. So we're just crossing the body and then lowering down, sitting back, and reaching and breathing. And this is where my right one is much worse. So as you're getting through all these stretches, pay attention to right side, left side. Again, my left hamstring, much tighter. My right glute, piriformis, much tighter. So it's typically a kinetic link, so you just get to know your body. And coming up, again, left side here, way more flexible, coming up way higher here, as you guys can tell. But again, keep moving. So I'm rocking a little bit side to side, like I'm trying to find the actual muscle that is being stretched. So I can contract the muscle to get into this position, relax, come back into the same position. So it's new evolving research, functional range conditioning. Kelly Starrett is using all these mobility balls, right? And it's fantastic. Now, breathe through it. And if you want to slide back even further, right, you just slide back into a deeper stretch, and see, I cannot get this right leg up as high. So slide back down, slide back down, slide back down. Fantastic. IT band stretch. This is a stretch that I've come to be super effective for my back. So similar position as the Spider-Man, or the pigeon, excuse me. And then we're gonna straighten the leg out. Oh, just that. Oh my God, I feel like shooting out. on the outside of the IT band, vastus lateralis perhaps, but also if I position my posture and rotate away and lean down a little bit more, now I'm feeling like going all into my glutes, into perhaps my piriformis. So back leg stretches out slightly, or should be comfortably bent, if you will. And right now I'm pushing my straight leg against my bed frame actually, and it's making me engage the muscle a little bit more. But here I'm gonna just find a spot that is comfortably uncomfortable and slowly come down. So this would be the IT band, even piriformis, depending on how you're positioning your pelvis. That was my right side. My left side is not as bad, but great for me to just neutralize, but still enough to shoot out here, to coming from the pigeon stretch to come down, sit on my butt a little bit, if you will, kick the leg out. So now I'm comfortably sitting on my butt cheek, and then I'm actually leaning down in towards it. Seated glutes. So if we sit here now for the glutes, and it's typically all about posture. I like to cross because we can just hug our leg here and be very comfortable, and it's not the case. I want you guys to position yourself in with a good posture, and then pull the leg in, and then push your leg away from you as you are getting taller and rotating away and pulling it in towards you and away as well. And breathe the long neck and holding. And the way we contract here is we're pushing out against our arm and back this way. Pushing out against our arm and back in this way. When you're feeling comfortable, I like to neutralize always with a little hamstring stretch. Back out. Again, this butt, I don't feel as much in this one. I can pull this and even go further out with this leg to start feeling more of a stretch. And obviously the more you do this, the better it will be. This is part of my daily routine, and I like to start my day here, or my workout. So if I don't get my day started with either body weight stretching, foam rolling, something feels off throughout the rest of the day. And the last one we're gonna do is the quads and the hip flexors. So couch stretch. If you don't have the wall, you'll just do it half kneeling, pulling it up, but make sure you have a little cushion here. And the further you push your hips forward, the more you will get. Now, as I'm doing that, there's a little pinch. I was not mindful in that position, just pushing forward too fast makes my back pinch immediately, but against the wall is the best way. So leg up here and gently, glute should be engaged, belly should be engaged here as we're coming up, and slowly coming back close towards our heel. And combination of quad and the hip flexor. So if you're more hip flexor, you would step out a little bit further. You would work on shooting your hip forward a little bit more, using your glute back here and without leaning forward really, and back, up and back. I'm gonna finish on the other side. So that's gonna take care of the foot, it's gonna take care of the calf, it's gonna take care of the hamstrings, the glutes, IT bands, adductors, and all of the above, so which is great, and quads and hip flexors. So as we run and jump a lot more, and for swimmers especially, because their upper body is really being taken away from them, let's make sure that we are staying healthy, maintaining the range of motion so we can restore the joints and the muscles as close to their natural ranges, and that way we will be healthier during the workouts and also recover better, so we can just give it bet more, you know. So I cannot wait to be back at the Cell Gym with everybody. I hope everyone is good. All the swimmers, you better stretch, because swimmers don't like stretching either. So guys, it's a habit. See you guys soon.